Hi, my name is Wendy, also known as recording artist Wendebellefly, and I want to share why I feel creativity is essential to wholehearted living for moms. I also believe it is a useful tool to support moms after birth in their transition from baby blues to living joyfully with the new responsibilities of being a mom without losing themselves. And I have 7 reasons why I practice creativity personally. But first, a little bit about me before I get into those reasons. So, I've been singing and songwriting since 2006 when I was 18. I'm now 35 making this video later half of 2023, kind of like a video diary. Video diary / listening party celebrating the release of 6 songs on my son's first birthday, November 8th this year. Woohoo! Which you will hear parts of throughout this whole video. Almost every song I've written since 2006, geared for my very first album of 17 plus songs in the making, is about manifesting the family I have now. After many years, I'm finally living in the moment of my dreams in 2023, celebrating my family of 3 every single day. So rewind, I had recently reviewed old goals I had written after I graduated college back in 2011. Dreams of releasing an album, sharing my songs with the world, and of learning new ways to be creative, and of getting into better shape so I can have more natural energy and be present with people I love. So my focus this year after birth was to do my best to accomplish all of these things. And I remember watching a TED Talk asking me to start with Why by Simon Sinek. And I realized how important finding my why was to actually follow through with my ideas. Maybe it's because I spent many years cultivating joy amidst low thyroid health problems and healing to a point where gratitude is as easy for me as drinking water. I can see the magic in everyday life and celebrate it as I see it. And on November 8th, 2022, I realized I gave birth quite literally to a large part of my why. My precious son, Darian. I've always been sentimental, but I feel like the way I saw the world was suddenly more beautiful after giving birth. I feel so much joy just being present with my husband and son. We could be watching movies together, going fishing, playing video games, or making breakfast together, or just watching my son take his first steps, hear his first giggle, and I feel like it's the best day ever, in the moment, all day. And when people check in on me to see how I'm doing, and I reply back, I think I'm living my best life right now. In September, I was so blessed to discover a machine known as shockwave therapy with my local chiropractor that has helped me heal lower back pain, knee joint pain, and neck pain throughout the recruit of my own stem cells. It's an amazing machine called the Piezo Wave 2, and I highly recommend it for people who need to heal past injuries from car accidents or sports. This machine has really freed me and allowed me to pursue my goals easier. And being a mom has been truly transformative because through this identity, my why became incredibly defined. When my son is 12, I want to have the energy to be able to go hiking with our family, to be able to keep up with the energy of my child on a daily basis even, to be able to run around with him without being out of breath. And now that I've talked about all the wonders of being a mom, I realize a lot of moms struggle with postpartum depression, and there's all kinds of reasons that could be nutritional, emotional, and energy depletion as some reasons, because you give everything to your child when they are in the womb and everything to your child when they are out of the womb also. I remember coming into the hospital night of November 6th, us scheduling an induction on our day off. My husband slept on one of those horrible chair beds, and I felt immense gratitude. He was here overnight, binge watching Netflix with me. Yes, I was the one giving the birth, but thank God I was not here alone. Having the emotional support of someone you love is so important during this time. I had really kind, supportive texts and calls from really good friends in different time periods of my life, even friends I haven't seen in a long time, during the pregnancy as well. The max visitors at the hospital was 2 at that time, and I remember my dad had a cold, so he would check in briefly But this allowed my mom-in-law to stay most of the time, which was really cool. It meant so much to me that she flew all the way just to be present for the birth of her grandchild. But one thing that was really cool was my dad food bomb gifted the nurses, which I suspect is why they were incredibly generous with food Jell-O cups. And those very delicious powdered chicken soup packets over the 36 hours I was in labor, until the decision of an unplanned C-section for the 8th at 8 a.m. I remember the 4th day after my unplanned C-section feeling exhausted and emotionally loopy like most moms, and one of my friends, lifesaver, totally called me, and she's a doctor, that specifically having baby blues was a normal thing, and everyone who gives birth experiences this. And the worst of it is on the 4th day. This knowledge was super comforting because it made me realize these feelings were temporary and not going to be a fixed part of my identity. I remember feeling pain from the surgery and having super fuzzy mom brain moments for a couple months. At that point, I wasn't depressed so much as more frustrated because I felt like I couldn't function the same way I used to, till I decided to find nootropics that worked for me, and also to get back to feeling like myself again as much as possible prior birth. One of my biggest fears of pregnancy was having postpartum like my mom did when she gave birth to me and her own mom before her. And I think I was able to opt out of even the potentials of postpartum from my genetic history because I consciously chose to practice my creativity and self-expression. Now, I believe you can fully embrace motherhood while still keeping everything unique that made you yourself. And I can't confirm 100% that practicing creativity alone would work with every mom who just gave birth, but I definitely believe that it can aid in transitioning moms to joyful living. I think a lot of moms forget to make time for themselves after birth and are generally sleep deprived or aren't eating enough. And I think it's an essential part of self-care to make time for hobbies you enjoy as a new mom. I feel like when you take the time to create something, you reclaim a part of who you are. I know for me, as a new mom, exercise is what I needed to make time for as a part of my self-care. But with C-sections especially, I had to wait before I can safely exercise again. And now after 12 months of healing, I finally feel like I'm ready to exercise. And it is through creativity that I've decided to do a gratitude 100 squat challenge while holding my baby, minimum 2 days a week. Finally, now, here's 7 reasons why I value creativity. 1. Through creativity, our soul is enriched and energized. I tell myself it's important to always make enough time to celebrate my hobbies and passions. And when I create, I tell my son I'm making music to celebrate the beauty of life's journey and the heart of humanity. 2. Through creativity, you heal. Creativity is a practice of highly individualized decision making. And I feel like it really enhances your identity, and it kind of helps you practice making decisions without consequences so that you are braver to make them quicker in the future. 3. Creativity leads to unique problem-solving solutions. And the example I showed earlier was the whole gratitude mommy squats. So, and you will hear soon that I'm singing to my baby. Also, as an alternative, you can also listen to audiobooks, or you can do a new word of the day with dictionary.com. You can do all kinds of different activities if you feel like one is boring you. That's the great thing about creativity. There is endless possibilities. And the 4th is through creativity, time is made abundant. I feel like creativity kind of like helps you multitask and kind of allows you more effective scheduling. Because through the practice of step number 3, unique problem-solving solutions, you just are able to make more time. 5. Through creativity, you connect with your inner voice and you create art that connects with people who have had similar journeys. Number 6. Through creativity, you make history. The things you make stay in your family and as a way for your children to remember you by. It's like a personal keepsake you can pass down through generations. Number 7, creativity is fun. I don't think there's anything more fun than making art, in my opinion, except maybe spending time with my family. And even then, what's great is you can make art while spending time with your family, or you can make art for your family. So those are my 7 reasons why I value creativity and love it. Thanks for watching. I hope you feel super inspired to make something with your loved ones. And if you like my music, please check out the full versions on iTunes and Spotify under Wendebellefly. Hope you have a beautiful day.